Just say you will.
Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. So before we get into it, I'd like to say that all the information in this video is alleged. All commentary is in my very own opinion. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. So we know the other day Mel had to go live due to the fact that the producers of Love and Marriage Huntsville decided to write in the synopsis of the upcoming reunion episode that Destiny would be confronting Mel about Martell and her grooming her for a threesome. So on Mel's live, she gave us a timeline once again of how and when she met Destiny and the things that occurred. And it didn't seem like Destiny had got a chance to spend that much time around Mel, seeing as they both were pregnant, COVID, and then the divorce of the Holtz happened. The production company for Love and Marriage Huntsville is Kingdom Reign, which is owned by Carlos King, and this whole situation sounded very familiar to me. And it very much reminded me of a situation that happened with Carlos King and some of the women over there on Bravo. We all know Carlos King worked over there with them on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and about 5 years ago, something very similar of a storyline popped up on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm going to read you guys this article by Urban Bell to refresh some of y'all memories. So again, this article comes from the Urban Bell site. Shout out to them. This was actually published 5 years ago by a Miss Amanda Anderson Niles, and the title reads, "Former Real Housewife of Atlanta producer Carlos King addresses long-running rumor about Phaedra Parks." And the article will be on the screen, and it reads, "Phaedra Parks' demise on Real Housewives of Atlanta was a controversial one. During the season 9 reunion, Portia Williams would reveal that it was Phaedra who told her that Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker wanted to drug her and then have their way with her in their sex dungeon. Kandi was shocked and furious when this came out, and Phaedra was pushed off the show during this time. It was also rumored that then producer Carlos King is the one who told Phaedra that Kandi and Todd wanted to do this to Portia, and he was fired for this. Interestingly enough, Carlos addressed the long-running rumor during his appearance on Dr. Heavenly Kimes' YouTube channel. When Heavenly asked him if he was really fired, Carlos said, "I left the show. I did not get fired." That will always be the dumbest rumor when it comes to that. And it's funny because when you Google anything, "I've been fired" so many times, it's like I was on The Apprentice. It's the dumbest rumor out there. I did not get fired. And the other thing about the whole situation that happened season 9, I had nothing to do with that. Let me make that very clear. If that were the case, I wouldn't be here today. I'd be in jail. So let's start there. And that's all I'll say about that. So we all know that Kandi and Todd are a married couple, and they were accused of wanting to drug Portia and have their way with her in a sex dungeon. And now we have this storyline trying to be produced about Martell and Melody, whom also was a married couple, who instead of being accused of wanting to drug someone, they are being accused of grooming someone for sexual purposes. The common denominator is Carlos King. In the article, Carlos did deny having anything to do with that rumor, but he also denied getting fired, which I don't believe. And of course, Phaedra also had to face consequences because she was removed from the show, and although she's returning this season, it's been years. So I will say this, Destiny is not only putting herself in harm's way in regards to possibly being sued, but she also may be losing her job, because we know as of today that seems to have been the final nail in the coffin for Love and Marriage Huntsville, because we know Mel has announced that she has quit. Cast members for Carlos shows have been jumping ship at alarming rate. The cast members are fleeing away from Carlos King as fast as they possibly can, and it's not just the ones from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Just this season, Carlos lost 2 of his cast members from Bell Collective. We know he lost two from over there on Love and Marriage. He has now lost the reality queen and star of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Miss Melody Shari, and I have the letter she wrote. So we're going to take a second before we get out of here and read the goodbye letter from Miss Melody Shari, and it reads, in 2018, I decided to share my life with the world as a cast member on the Oprah Winfrey Network, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Then I had no clue what to expect. I only knew that bringing this show to fruition had been a goal of mine, and it would be another one that I could knock off the list. I've always been intensely ambitious, and I believed reaching this milestone was another step in the right direction, and it was for many reasons. Because of my time spent on the show, much of my life is now documented and sealed in history. I've been presented with opportunities beyond my dreams. I've had the pleasure of meeting some amazing people while unfortunately also learning tough lessons about life, relationships, and friendships. I count it all as a blessing because without pressure, there is no diamond. It is not easy bearing some of your darkest moments to the world, but it becomes easier when you know you were created to withstand the heat. Still, this chapter must come to a close, and this is the end of my chapter with Love and Marriage Huntsville. I am thankful for the support of those who have shown me grace, loyalty, and love. None of it has gone unnoticed, and it will never be forgotten. I'm excited for my next chapter and what's to come. God bless. Love, your 2024 reality TV queen. I have to say, I know Mel battled and struggled with this for some time because this was her baby. This was her dream she was able to bring forth and as well change many lives along the way. I have to say, I do not think Love and Marriage Huntsville will survive without Melody. She has been everybody's storyline and punching bag. So will Carlos King learn from the errors of his ways? We may never know. You guys let me know what y'all think down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.